Yo, what is up, everybody? It's Resco back again with another chapter from the story titled Friend, written by Skeleton Girl 95. Remember to use the links in the description below to show love to the author. Like, comment, and subscribe. Chapter 4. The next day, she left Mimi with the neighbor across the street. She told him she had something she needed to do, and she couldn't bring Mimi with her. I'll probably be back in a few hours. If not, my husband will pick her up. Is that alright, Mrs. Mario? Oh, that's fine, dearie. I'll see either one of you later. Mimi, then with a small wave, said, "Bye, Mommy." "Bye, Mimi. I'll be back, I promise." Took about an hour before she pulled up to an old-looking house. She sat in the car for a moment, contemplating her decision with a long sigh. She got out of the car. She stood in front of the house, taking it all in. The once white fence was now old and weathered, its white paint almost gone. Each fence posted had a strange symbol carved into it. She opened the gate and headed up to the door. Before she reached the door, a voice spoke out. Well, look what the cat dragged in." He watched as a woman opened the door and stepped out onto the porch, her arms crossed and an unamused look on her face. "Now, what brings you here, Teresa?" Before Teresa could answer, the woman cut her off. If I remember correctly, it was you who said, what was it again?" "Oh, that's right. It was stay the hell away from my family, demon. Isn't that right, sister?" "Nico, please." Nico clicked her tongue in irritation. "You can come here and ask for something after what you did?" "Oh," Nico asked as she stepped off the porch and stands in front of Teresa. "What do you expect me to do?" "You know, Teresa, I put up with a lot of your shit over the years. One, when we entered middle school and I was bullied, you didn't help me. Two, you acted like you didn't even know me. You ignored me throughout middle school. And then, when we got home, acted like nothing happened. Three, in high school, the bullying got worse, and you joined in with them." Teresa could hear the sadness in Nico's voice. Teresa fought back the tears that began to form in her eyes. She remembered everything Nico went through, and everything she did to her. Nico stopped circling Teresa, coming to her face. Nico lowered her hand and gave her a sad smile. She knew Teresa couldn't see it with her eyes closed. "But even after all that, I still forgave you. I still loved you. But then you called me a demon, and that was the last straw. I was done forgiving." Teresa let out a shaky breath before opening her eyes, stare right into Nico's. "What did you expect, Nico? You were teaching Sarah. How did you think I would react?" "She had the gift. I was teaching her how to control it." "What's wrong, sister? Afraid people will call her a freak or a demon?" "No, I didn't want her to learn how to control it. I wanted it to go away." This was a mistake. Teresa knew Nico wouldn't listen to her, let alone help her. And she honestly couldn't blame Nico. She went through hell growing up because of what she could do. Nico gave her a smirk and said, "Yeah, and when you don't teach him how to control it, you end up with the situation you're in right now. Nico watched as Teresa's eyes went wide in shock. Teresa grabbed the front of Nico's shirt and said, "What did you do?" "I didn't do anything, Teresa. This is all Mimi's doing. I told you, if they don't learn, then there's trouble." So many different thoughts were going through Teresa's mind, for her shoulders slumped, and she sat beside Nico. There was only silence between them as they looked up at the sky. Teresa broke it first when she decided to ask, "You already know why I'm here, don't you?" "Yep. I knew it would be only a matter of time. It was either going to be when something happened to Mimi, or he made himself known to you." Him? If Nico truly knew or not, and Nico let out a small chuckle as she stood back up and stretched her back. "You know who I mean, Teresa. I'm talking about Fred. Or, as you know him, friend." Teresa's head snapped up at Nico, her eyes wide with worry and slight fear. How did Nico know all of this already? How? "Remember, sister, dear, you told me to stay away, but I have friends on the other side." Nico headed to the door before turning her head slightly to look at Teresa. "Well, come on, we can discuss everything inside," was all she said as she walked in, leaving Teresa alone to make her choice. Teresa stood there for a few minutes, thinking everything over. She could either go back home and deal with Fred, or she could have just had Fred by herself. Or she could hear what Nico knows and hope she'd help her. Teresa let out a defeated sigh before grabbing the doorknob and going in. Only one thing mattered now, and that is getting rid of Fred and saving Mimi. And ladies and gentlemen, it's the end of chapter 4.